So we all know the infamous Inferno sword flame control, aka the Sasuke SS Plus weapon, and it is considered to be the best range weapon in the game and even the best weapon in the game. So today we're going to be doing a full detailed review and debunking if it's actually as good as people say. As usual, we're going to be going over light attacks first, and to do those it's square for PlayStation and X for Xbox. Now for the first light attack, the character swings his sword upwards, slashing the opponent vertically. Now for the double light attack, the character summons a Susanoo arm which then proceeds to smash the opponent into the ground. Now for the triple light attack, the character uses the sword to slash the opponent multiple times horizontally after utilizing the Susanoo. Now for the quadruple light, the character throws a projectile which then stuns the opponent, and then the character proceeds to use Amaterasu to burn the opponent. Now for the aerial light, the character does the same thing that he does on the ground, slashing the opponent vertically. Now for the double aerial light, the character slashes the opponent horizontally after doing the initial spin. Now for the triple aerial light, the character summons two Susanoo hands which then smash the opponent onto the ground, making a bounce effect. Moving on to heavy attacks, and is triangle for PlayStation and Y for Xbox. For the heavy attack, the character slashes the sword which then proceeds to throw a flame at the opponent, charging at them. And keep in mind that this is a double hit, so if you're close enough to your opponent, it will hit the sword slash and then the flame. For the double heavy, the character summons two Susanoo arms, one holding a flame sword which then slashes and proceeds to throw a X-shaped flame at the opponent. Moving on to the aerial heavy, which is the same thing as the ground heavy, just slashes the blade 2 times and the second time sending a flame charging at the opponent. For the double aerial heavy, it's the same thing as the double heavy on the floor, just summons a big Susanoo arm holding a flame sword and launches an X-shaped flame at the opponent. So now we're going to be moving on to the combo attacks of this weapon. So first we're going to be going over the light plus heavy. The character throws a projectile and then uses the flame sword to slash the opponent vertically. Now for the double light plus heavy, the character does the same thing, summons a Susanoo arm, smashes the floor and then throws a projectile, ending it off with another vertical slash. Moving on to the triple light plus heavy, the character summons two Susanoo arms which then clench the opponent, giving you an opportunity to pierce the opponent in the heart with your sword. For the aerial light plus heavy, the character does a spinning sword slash and then ending it off with another slash that sends a flame charging at the opponent. Moving on to the aerial light plus double heavy, the character does the same stuff but then finishes it off with the two Susanoo arms that send an X-shaped flame at the opponents. For the double aerial light plus heavy, the character just utilizes the sword mechanism of slashing the opponent left to right. And keep in mind, every time the character throws a flame at the opponent, you could continue it off with the X-shaped flame that utilizes the Susanoo arms, simply by pressing it once again, just like I did now in the double aerial light plus double heavy. Now moving on to the charge attack, which can only be done if the opponent has a scarlet red circle around them. Now for the charge attack, the character launches at the opponent, hitting them with the sword, just like any other Kusanagi sword would do. Now before I do go ahead and rate the weapon, I just wanted to let y'all know that this was a request, and if y'all have any other requests, just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to make a video just like this one. For the first category I will be rating is going to be the damage. Now I don't think this weapon is the strongest when it comes to pure damage, but I do think it does make it up because of the many things it has going for it, like the burn effect and the many Susanoo attacks it does have. So for damage, I will give it a 7 out of 10, and by no means is this a low rating. It's actually a really high rating for a ranged weapon. Moving on to speed, and to say the least, this weapon excels in this category simply because of its short attacks, which are really fast, and the heavy attacks, which can be cancelled via advanced movement and just kept going. So for speed, I will give it an 8 out of 10. Moving on to range attacks, and I don't really think I have to say much. It's an excellent range weapon and has a bunch of insane range attacks like the heavy. Now I'm not saying sit there and just keep spamming it, but more so help a teammate in need or just simply keeping a distance between you and your opponent. And that's why I think a 9 out of 10 is well deserved. Moving on to combos, and just like y'all saw at the beginning of the video, the combos on this weapon are absolutely insane. You could summon Susanoo, you can use Amaterasu, you can do everything with this weapon. So for combos, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Moving on to reliability, and just like I mentioned earlier, this weapon is extremely reliable. This weapon can be used in every game mode and in every situation, and even can help your teammates, and is really good overall, and it will probably never disappoint you. So for reliability, I will have to give it a 9 out of 10. Moving on to user friendly, and I want you to think of it this way. You just started the game and you were handed this weapon. For your first couple games, will you be able to actually use this weapon, and will it be easy to figure out and easy to use? And in my personal experience, yes it will. It's going to be really fun and easy to use, and it'll probably get you interested in the game. So that's the reason I'll give it an 8 out of 10 in user friendly. And the overall rating of this weapon is going to be a 9 out of 10. And if you were wondering, yes, I do think this is the best range weapon in the game and could possibly compete to be the best weapon in the game. It's just too good and gives you everything you would want a weapon to have. And if you did enjoy this video, I would highly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. And once again, if y'all have any other weapon requests, just let me know and I'll be sure to take care of it. Alright, thank you guys and see you on the next one.